Doesn't mean it's not true. Just because she never got paid for 27 years of it doesn't mean it had no value. Because to call her life's work work would be an insult. She is a mid-January bonfire, raging and warm, just the right mix of Christmas trees and kindling. Get too close and she will burn, but it would feel so amazing. We talk about once a week now to make sure the others are alive and well enough to fight for what's left of me, because she doesn't really believe in my art and politics, and I don't really buy into her either boyfriend by making this rich rhetoric. As we kiss and we snarl at what we think to be true, I forget every time what I really should say is, yeah, fuck it. I love you too. Because when she says, never be like me, she means to give it all up so you wouldn't have to. When she says, never be like me, she means to give it all up so you'd have someone to come home to. So I don't plan on ever growing up to be like her, because she is unplanned.